Hello, and welcome to Watching Wrestling. I am Dino, and this is my channel where we talk about wrestling. Today's topic, of course, is NXT TAKEOVER San Antonio, and man, what a great show that was. Um, there has not been a NXT show or a TakeOver event that I have not liked, and this from start to finish was just top tier wrestling, man. So let's get into it, man. I got my notes. If I look down, it's a lot happened, man. A lot. So we start the show off with Ty, the Perfect 10 Dillinger versus Eric Rowan. And this was just a great way to kind of start off the match. We had in the beginning we had Eric Young giving Ty Dillinger one more chance to join Sanity, and of course Ty was like, "Nah, I'm cool. Ty Dillinger, I thought, looked fantastic. He essentially had to take on three guys at once. Eric Young, of course, at the end ended up winning, and I'm sure the complaint here will be Ty Dillinger lost. He keeps losing, but like I said earlier, he had to take on three guys, and not just any three guys. Three guys from one of the top factions at NXT right now, or in the business right now. So I think all in all, Ty Dillinger looked fantastic. Eric Young, I felt, needed this win a lot more. If the rumors are true that Ty Dillinger is going to be debuting at the Rumble or on Raw or SmackDown, at the end it doesn't hurt him as much as people might think it would. But just a fantastic opening match, and really a great way to kind of get the motor rolling. Motorola? Whatever. Next match we had Roderick Strong versus Andrade Almas. Admittedly, one of the most least interesting matches, or a match that I had very little interest in. It was a solid match. I'm not taking anything away from these guys, but Roderick Strong, I felt it's kind of too generic for me. Andrade, I kind of like. I like his intensity. I like his passion. And I'm surprised that he didn't end up winning. I felt like out of those two guys, Andrade is the guy that kind of stands out to me. I feel like Roderick Strong, he's a fantastic wrestler, but as far as character, I don't really know what that is. So really surprised it kind of ended up giving Strong the win. But like I said, fantastic match. It's just I didn't really give a shit about these two guys, so not much I gotta say about that. Then we had what I consider, or what I would consider, probably one of the best matches of the night. We had DIY, Gargano and Ciampa versus the Authors of Pain, and I don't know their names. But man, what it's DIY. And I know the Revival won Tag Team of the Year. I voted for them. But DIY, I think they made a case why maybe they should have won. Because it's not every day or often that you see a underdog team. And they were kind of built up to be underdogs, and the match kind of played off of that fact that they were kind of underdogs going into it. But for them to be underdogs and still at the same time look like champions, like competitors, like maybe they can pull it off, is very impressive. At the end of the day, the Authors of Pain won, and those two really impressed me. I know I haven't seen too much of them. I know they've been in NXT for a while. I kind of fell off NXT. Yeah, but those guys are fantastic too. I'm really interested to see where that goes. Are DIY going to get rematches? Are they going to be out? Are they moving to the main roster? Just, I don't know. I mean, every minute of it I loved. The Authors of Pain ended up hitting the last chapter, which is basically like a clothesline and a Russian leg sweep. I felt like the powerbomb thing that they do. I felt like that's a little more impressive. I felt like that should have been their finish, but you know what? I don't book those guys. Anything else that I wanted to mention? No, man. Just a fantastic match. At one point, DIY had their submissions, and it was like the same scene that they had when they fought Revival, and when the Revival tapped out. But you know, the Authors of Pain are like strong dudes. So one of the guys, I don't know who, but he pretty much picked up Gargano and just dropped him on Ciampa. Well, Gargano, or while Ciampa had his submission move on the other guy. I don't know that. Oh, I need to remember the names. They're gonna be big. But that was a cool little visual. Of course, the powerbomb thing was fantastic. Ciampa and Gargano were gonna hit their the knee and the knees that they do. They're finished basically, and then those two guys, Authors of Pain, reversed into a powerbomb, and then did that move that they do, that double powerbomb back to back, boom. I don't know. It got me excited, it got me interested, man. These guys, fantastic. Both teams, man. Yeah. If you haven't watched it, please go watch it. Like me explaining it won't do it justice. After that, we had a little break from wrestling, and we had Seth Rollins come out, pretty much calling out Triple H. This was really cool. It's not often that we see like main roster rivalries transfer into NXT, and what I liked about it was the fact that it was logical. Seth Rollins knows that Triple H is going to be at the NXT event. Seth Rollins is near the event, so it makes sense for Seth Rollins to come there and call out Triple H. Triple H comes out, ends up calling the security. Seth Rollins ends up beating up the security, and Triple H ends up walking away. Great. It was great. Wasn't expecting it. It made sense. Makes Seth Rollins. This is probably the best moment that Seth Rollins has had in a long time, and it's weird that it was at NXT, but it was fantastic. Then we go back to wrestling, and we had the 4-way women's championship match with Asuka, Nikki Cross, Peyton Royce, and Billie Kay. Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, not too familiar with them. Nikki Cross too. I just kind of started watching NXT again. I really like Nikki Cross. I like her intensity. I like how crazy she is. Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, they just kind of seem generic. I feel like the whole best friend tag team thing is kind of played out to death. We have it with Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. We also had it with like Michelle McCool and Layla. And we also kind of had it with the Bellas. So I feel like it was pretty much the same thing. But it did end up having a cool spot in the match where they ended up putting Nikki Cross through a table, kind of having her out for the rest of the match, and then Asuka pretty much just beats the shit out of him. And Asuka ends up retaining her championship. It was great. I mean, Nikki Cross isn't really hurt. She wasn't pinned. She has an excuse. She just got put through a table. Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, as much as I don't like the whole dual single women person thing, those best friend gimmicks, as much, I felt like, no, they're fine. They're fine. I feel like they probably need to put like a little twist on it, a little stank on it, make it a little more exciting. But it was a short match, not much to talk about, but for what it was cool. It was like a nice little palate cleanser. Kind of got ready for the main event. And man, what a main event it was. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Bobby Roode. Going into this match, I was kind of worried, or I wasn't sure how Nakamura's and Roode's styles were going to mesh. But once the match kind of picked up, everything was kind of going full throttle, man. Bobby Roode really using more of his wit, reversing important moves that Shinsuke was doing. Shinsuke kind of running his knee into the posts and the turnbuckles, really kind of working that knee. And then at the end, the last few minutes of this match was just fantastic. Bobby Roode was kind of recovering from the apron. Shinsuke Nakamura goes to the second rope, hits the Kinshasa, hits it, but really ends up messing up his knee, kind of starts selling it. Nakamura puts Roode back into the ring, hits another Kinshasa, and this is when Nakamura sells the ever-loving shit out of his knee. The referees came out, the medical trainers came out, Albert came out for some reason. And I just want to say, Shinsuke, man, like, give that man an Oscar, because he sold the shit. I felt for a minute like, this is legit. Shinsuke legitimately hurt his knee. Like, I'm not even sure it's a work. I feel like right now this dude's getting operated on as we speak. It made Shinsuke look like $1 million. Like, this guy should have been carried out of that match, the way that he was selling it. And Shinsuke still saying, no, I'm finishing this match. I'm not quitting. Shinsuke gets back into the ring. Bobby Roode at that point has already recovered. As soon as Shinsuke gets in the ring, Bobby Roode hits the glorious DDT. 1, 2, Shinsuke kicks out. Match keeps going. Bobby Roode hits the single Boston Crab. Works the shit out of his knee, like he's like punching it. Shinsuke doesn't tap out, reverses into the triangle choke. He can't lock it in because his knee's so bad. It was just fantastic, man. Fantastic storytelling from Shinsuke and Bobby. Bobby Roode gets out of the triangle choke, hits another glorious DDT. 1, 2, 3. The glorious one is the new NXT champion. And man, I mean, as much as I love the tag match, as much as I recommend you see that match, Shinsuke Nakamura and Bobby Roode, I think it may have been the match of the night, to be honest. As good as that tag match was, Shinsuke and Bobby Roode, there was just something, the last 5-10 minutes of that match was perfection. And Shinsuke is ready for the main event. He's ready for prime time. I don't know if he's going to be debuting at the Rumble. I feel like it'd be weird, especially since they just played off his ankle. And I don't know if they're going to give him another, like a third NXT championship run. I feel like that's maybe doing a little too much with him. He's ready for the main event. Shinsuke has the charisma, the personality. I know his English isn't the best, but when you have like this mystique, this exuberance, like just coming off you, like you don't need to speak the language. You look at Shinsuke Nakamura and you say, I can get behind this guy. And that's very rare. Like, people in this business who speak the English, people in the business who speak English, superstars in WWE right now who speak the language perfectly aren't as over as Shinsuke Nakamura is, who doesn't speak very good English. So yeah, get Shinsuke on Raw. Get him on SmackDown. Just get him out of NXT, man. He's ready. And I think, like, NXT doesn't need Shinsuke. They have Eric Young. They have Bobby Roode. They have a bunch of these talented wrestlers at NXT right now. They can do without Shinsuke. I just want to see this guy prime time, because that's what he deserves. Anyway, man. What it was just a fantastic show. Just a fantastic show. But let me know what you guys thought. What was your match of the night? What did you think about the match? If you liked the video, like the video. If you like this video, if you really like it, also subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. I'll keep making these videos. Let me know what video you guys want to see next from me. Maybe questions and answers, maybe Raw reviews. I can as long as there's people who want to watch it and there's a reason for me to make videos, I'm gonna keep making videos. But yeah, NXT TAKEOVER San Antonio was, in a word, glorious. Anyway, that's it. That's it for my video. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time, I'll see you.